welcome to the deep dive. Okay, take a breath, relax. Today we're wading into some pretty high-stakes stuff in the European car world, but, we'll keep it chill.
Yeah, definitely keeping it chill. We've sifted through quite a bit, market reports, sales figures, some really interesting comments from Renault's CEO, Sébastien Guigues.
Right. And our mission today is to unpack this big shakeup from late last year, December 2024, when Renault actually nudged ahead of the giant Stellantis in market share.
Just for that month, yeah.
Mm.
It's a fascinating snapshot, I think. Shows how maybe strategy can sometimes, win out over just pure size.
So that's the Renaulution plan we keep hearing about. Maybe define that quickly.
Yeah, good point. So Renaulution, kicked off by CEO Luca De Meo. It's basically Renault deciding, okay, we're not just chasing volume anymore. The focus shifted pretty deliberately towards higher margins, efficiency, value over volume.
Got it. Value over volume. And it seems like that focus really, well, it paid off in December. Let's hit those numbers because this is the bit people are talking about.
Okay, scoreboard time. December 2024. Renault hits 11.9% market share in Europe,
Okay.
and Stellantis, 11.6%. I mean, it's incredibly close.
Wow, that is a photo finish. A real psychological win for Renault, I bet.
Oh, huge. But let's add a little perspective, maybe. For the full year, 2024, Stellantis was still number 2 overall. They had 15.2% share.
Right. Context is key. So Stellantis still strong overall, though their share did drop a bit, you said.
Yeah, down about 7.3% for the year. And of course, looming over everyone is Volkswagen. Still the undisputed leader, massive 26.3% share. Untouchable, really.
Okay, so VW way out front, Stellantis second, but maybe slipping a bit, and Renault making gains. It sounds like they need laser focus to keep that momentum.
Which brings us nicely to Sébastien Guigues. He took over Renault Italy mid-2025, and his focus seems much more granular.
How so? Not the big European picture.
Less so, it seems. He's talking about bringing clarity and vision specifically to the Italian market. Wants to push Renault up from like 6th place there. It's about building fundamentals, not just celebrating that one December win.
Clarity and vision. Okay, that makes sense. Especially when you look at where customers are actually putting their, cold, hard cash.
Yeah.
Because everyone's talking electric, right?
Right. But the data,
Hmm.
it tells a slightly different story, or at least a more complicated one. The real growth engine right now, hybrids.
Hybrids, really?
Yeah, December 2024, hybrids hit 33.6% market share. That's actually higher than petrol cars, which were at 33.3%. And it was the 4th month in a row hybrids beat petrol.
4th month. Wow. Okay, so hybrids are booming, but what about the electrics, the EVs?
Okay, here's the twist. In that same month, December 2024, registrations for pure electric vehicles, they declined
Declined. By how much?
by 10.2% across Europe.
Wait, hold on. EVs are the future, governments are pushing them, and registrations dropped over 10% in a key month. Shouldn't people be, freaking out? Why does Giggs seem so calm?
Well, I think he's calm because the Renaulution strategy kind of anticipated this bumpy road.
Yeah.
He gets the appeal of EVs, definitely.
Yeah.
He says, once you go electric, you don't go back. Comfortable, low running costs, quiet, quick.
So the cars themselves are great.
Cars are great, yeah. But the transition, the infrastructure, the cost for the average person,
Yeah.
that's the tricky part. Giggs puts it plainly. L'elettrico non è per tutti. Electric isn't for everyone. Not yet, anyway.
Okay, so you can't just try and force everyone into one.
Exactly. His idea is you target it. Start with people who maybe have 2 cars or easy access to private charging at home. Don't try to, as he puts it, evangelize all, especially not someone in, say, a city apartment with no dedicated parking.
That actually makes a lot of sense. Target the early adopters, the easy wins first.
And focus on the right kind of EV for Europe. He specifically mentioned the smaller Renault 5. That makes more sense for crowded cities and European incomes than, a massive Tesla Model S.
Right, more practical. Otherwise, you're just swapping dependence on oil for dependence on, cobalt and lithium?
Precisely. And you need that smart approach because the competition isn't sleeping. He mentioned the Chinese competitors, calls them brave and fast. They can apparently develop new models in just 2 years.
2 years? Wow.
Yeah, incredibly fast. But Greeks also points out their wellness, at least for now. They don't have the established dealer networks, the service infrastructure, or, as he put it, the soul or brand heritage in Europe.
Okay, so speed isn't everything. You need trust, infrastructure, history. So Renault's playing the long game, using hybrids as a bridge while developing these smaller, targeted EVs.
That seems to be the core idea. That's the strategy, the flexibility that seems to be working for them right now. letting them maybe punch above their weight against sheer volume players.
Strategy and flexibility beating size. I like it. Okay, so pulling back for a final thought, Geeks apparently mentioned hydrogen.
Yeah, just briefly, he suggested hydrogen might have a real future, but maybe more for things like heavy freight transport, long-haul trucks.
Okay, so here's a thought for you, our listener, to mull over. Could the future be split? Cities buzzing with small, practical, targeted EVs like the Renault 5, while our highways, the big logistics stuff, run on hydrogen.
It's a really interesting possibility, isn't it? Definitely suggests there's no single magic bullet for decarbonizing transport. Different solutions for different needs.
Absolutely. Well, we hope this deep dive gave you some of that clarity and vision Guigs was talking about for navigating this really complex auto market.
Yeah, hope it was useful. And hey, if you enjoyed this and want to keep up with these kinds of insights,
Please do follow the channel. That way you won't miss out on future deep dives.
definitely. Thanks so much for tuning in, everyone.
Yeah, thanks for listening. We'll catch you next time.